What up, what up? Yeah. Okay. Voice looks good. You can hear me. Let's get going on some of these. I think I put all my... I never did find that one bit that ran off on me. Well. Need to get a better camera for that. But oh well. For now, it's good enough. All the rest of these are tri-wings. Tri-wing 1. Tri-wing 2. Tri-wing 3. Tri-wing 4. So 1, 2, 3, and that short one is our top one, right? No. This is our top one, right? Yes. Yes, it is. All right, now this back should come off. And on the lights, there is no connector between the back plate and... Oh, wait. No, we gotta take these off. Take these top rubbers off, and there's 2 screws under those. Of course, of course. Let's get our little flat heads here. Get up under that. Here we go. There we go. And this will come out. Wow, this one's even got its original cover for the Game Boy. That's not common. They're always missing those. Some kid always threw them out, right? Or whatever. There we go. That's our back. We're going to take pieces off that soon, so we're going to just put it to the side. And now we're going to take our 2 inner screws off. 1 and 2. Then we gotta take our left and right bumpers out. Right one's out already, actually. Okay, now gotta disconnect our ribbon cables. And this black one's gotta go under the game slot, which is not fun to do, but it's gotta happen. Stop getting stuck. Keeps getting stuck. There we go. All right, now this whole bottom part will come off. Wow, that was not stuck on there hard at all. Usually it's in there pretty good. And we can flip this over like so. And then we're just going to disconnect our ribbon right here. There it goes. And there is our Mobo and bottom. We're going to take these off because we're going to reuse them. And the other one's stuck to the console, which happens. And we'll take this out. This is our hinge connector. And the light for our power is in there too. So take that out. There's our hinge. We need that. We don't need this. That's junk. And now we need to get this disconnected from the top. But first. Oh, we just dropped all our buttons. That's okay. We don't need them. We just should have gotten them off there first. Put those over there. We got new buttons in our kit. We don't need those. So now let's get this front plate off. It should lean all the way. Yep, all the way flat. Good. We got to take these little bits off here. These little covers, they cover up your, let's get our flat head back. I put it away? Yeah, I put it away. Okay. Let's get our flat head back on. And we're just gonna, because we don't need these, we just need to take them off, so we're gonna push really freaking hard to get up under them. Man. These things are always one of two ways. On there insanely good, or come right off, no in between. And these ones, man, they are on there insanely good. All right. There we go. That's all of them. All right. Now we just got to take these 4 screws out. This is our top shell screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this whole top piece should come off. It slides up. Let's open it. There, it slid up, and now it should just pop off. Just pop off, right? Yeah, okay. Well, nothing's ever that easy, is it? Never that easy. Should be, though. Okay. Come on. There it goes. Pop off there. Boom. Definitely don't need that anymore. Probably keep it in our trash pile, though. And by trash pile, I mean stuff we keep just in case. Okay. And then what I want to do is I want to pop the screen out of this case. There we go. And I can lean this back now, and I can pull our 2 wires through. Just make sure they're not getting caught on our cable, because it can damage our cable, and we do not want that. Come on. There it goes. And then we're going to get our other one through here. Is it trying to go? There we go. This is our microphone. Boom, microphone's out. Now we just got to get that ribbon cable through. That's the hardest part. But it's really not that bad. We're just going to lift away and push down. Get that in that groove right there. There's a little groove it can go in. Come on. There it goes. It's in the groove. Now we just got to pull it out the bottom. There it is. Now we're free of that top piece. Now we just have to wrap this cable up. Wrap it up. And push through. Like that. Okay, so we're going through, ribbon cable's going. There it is. There it is, there it is, there it is. And that's the top. Top's out. Not so bad, huh? Not so bad. That's our metal piece. We're going to want to keep that. This can go away. Don't need that anymore. Now we got to get our new case out. We have already opened it, I guess. Oh. We had a third one. Didn't we? Oh, yeah, it's right there. I see it. I know we had 3. I was starting to panic there for a second that we didn't. We did 2 of these last stream. So this is the 3rd one we've done. That's our port for our Game Boy games falling out. Let's put that there for now. Okay, so first things first. Put the red bezel on it. I really think that looks best. The white bezel looks bad. Like, don't even play with me. The white bezel looks bad. So we're going to take this top part. Here's our new top. Definitely don't need the back yet. Definitely don't need the back yet. That's a pain in the butt getting the back on. We're not to that point. So first things first, we got to feed all of this through. Okay, actually first things first. We're going to take this front glass off. We're going to take this front glass off, and we're going to take this adhesive off and add new adhesive. So I really just do that with my nail and just peel it at the corner. You just got to get up underneath that glass, which is sometimes a giant pain in the butt. I try not to use a tool. Using a tool is an easy way to hurt something, so using metal. But so far with this console, all this stuff has been on there really good. Okay, I got it. I got it. This one's really dirty too, so I'm kind of glad we're taking it off. There it is. That's off. I'm just going to lay that right there on that new one. And then right here we have our new adhesive. And we're going to take off one side of the adhesive. And we're going to put it right on there. Get off there. I'm way too shaky for this right now. That's a little low. I don't even know if that would show on screen, but we'll redo it. It's better just to redo it. So I'm just going to lay that down, and we're going to try to get this bottom corner as perfect as we can. There it is. Just like that. And then we're going to come up and touch that corner. Go across. That looks good. That looks good. Good. Then we're going to take this top, well, let's stick it down real good. Get it to adhere on there. Don't want to get any fingerprints on the screen if I can prevent it. Now that's stuck to the back. Get that out of here. Okay. Now we're going to take this front off. Come on. There we go. So, I wish we didn't do that. Let's put that back on. I wish we didn't do that. I forgot a step. Getting ahead of myself a little bit here. All right, that went on, okay. We got to get this wire through, gang. Now, getting that wire through sucks, let me tell you. So, first, let's get these speakers out of the way. And then what we do is we need to have this metal piece ready. And we're going to wind up that cord. And stick it right through there. And then when it starts going through, we're going to take our metal piece and put it around, because it's got to go through that metal piece too. And then we'll push just like that. I'll make it look easy, don't I? Look at that. Okay. Boom. Make sure everything looks good there. And I can lean this back now. And I can feed through our cableage. So that's going to be our Wi-Fi antenna. Like that. Stop connecting the damn speaker. Like that. Push that wire down in its slots. Like that. Let me say like that 15 more times here. Then push this guy through. Bam. Come on. Come on, come on. And then that sits this. Which way does this sit? I can't really freaking tell. I think it's supposed to be that way. That looks right, yeah. Got to get that down in that hole there. Get on in there. Well, that rubber needs to sit in there good. Is that the right way around? I'm pretty sure it is. Here we go. Okay. So those are through. Now we can take this top piece off. Like so. And we can go under that. Yeah, like that. Yep. And that is going to sit right in there. It should click on in. Yep, that's looking really good. All right, and now we just got to get these wires to sit how they should. So Nintendo uses these little pieces of tape. They are no longer any good. So we get our own. I just use electrical tape. gonna use electrical tape and cut it. And then cut it again. We're gonna get both speakers where they should go, which is right here. And right there. Sit. Sit. Ooh. This one's tight for some reason. There it goes. And then these wires sit just right there for the first one. Second one. Just like that. Boom! Now we can pull the rest of that cable through. Look at that. It's looking good. That is looking good. I tell you what. All right, and now we're going to get our new front screen. Flip this around. Make sure that screen looks clean. Oh God, it looks so clean. It looks ready to go. And then we're going to take this plastic backing off of it, which I forget sometimes, and then that's a whole fucking mess. I don't know why they put this on here to begin with. They don't give you a tab to rip it off. What's up with that? And then that's going to stick right on there. Right on there. There it is. Of course, I don't work in a clean room, so it's not perfect. There's a fuzz under there, but it's as good as it's going to get. That's a big fuzz. I hate that. But, oh well. It is what it is, man. I don't work in a clean room. If I did, I wouldn't be doing these. I'd be doing shit a lot more expensive than that. Well, that's your top. That's the top done. Damn it. Stop. Now we just got to put the top on. And this is the thing I always struggle with. So everything should be sitting where it needs to. Okay, okay. So when you do it right, so I think my problem always was just clipping the speakers in the right place. So I always struggled getting that on, and that was so easy just then. I think it's because there wasn't speakers in the way, speaker wire in the way. We learn every time we do this. We learn a little. Man, I need to charge that. All right, that's that. All done. That's your top screen in the new case. All right. Time to start working on the bottom. So, bottom. Step one is going to be get it connected through with the top one, because that's always a pain. We don't want anything else in the way when we do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip this, and we got to push this guy through. I always forget, which way do I like to do it first? I like to get the cable first and then do the antenna wires, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to try to do that. So this is always such a pain. Sting ribbon cable. There it goes. There it goes. It's through. It's through. And now we're going to hold it just like that. And we're going to push these through. I don't think it matters the order of operations you do this in, to be honest. It's probably easier to do the ribbon cable after you do these. Probably is easier. But, okay. Come on through. There we go. Come on through. Okay. Get that through. No. Come back, ribbon cable. You gotta go all the way through. So do you, white cable. There we go. There it is. Look at that. Now we're gonna marry these two in holy matrimony for the rest of their existence. And that is with this piece right here, the hinge, and a bag of parts that will include our little plastic. That's all our colors. Should be another bag. Yeah, here. There it is. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? That's all of our stickers. Here it is. Here it is. And this is just our bag of misc parts. And included in those is our little plastic piece that is going to live in here for the rest of its life. And then we're going to put the hinge in. And the hinge should go all the way in and just be poking out. Like that. Come on, get on there. This one's fighting me. There we go. It's on there. Not all the way, but it's on there. Get on all there. Get on there all the way. Come on, hinge. There it went. Trying to just get this to snap in. Doesn't want to. Oh. Does not want to. Didn't hurt a ribbon cable, did we? No. Huh. There it goes. There it goes. That's close enough. That's close enough to get the screws in. Very good. And now this will open and close. Beautiful. Okay, there it is. Now we just got to route some wires here. Our white wire is going to route across like that. It's going to come out right there. Black wire goes on top. Now is when we get our buttons. And we use white and red and blue. So let's get the buttons out. So we got the white ones are I think I usually use white for the D-pad, not blue. I think blue is just, no. I'm going to use blue this time, regardless. And then A and B are blue buttons. If I could speak, that is. I thought they were. Am I tripping? Yeah, blue. And then A is this one. And then the really tiny buttons, I usually also do in this nice blue color, which are these two. Okay. And I might do the outside switches in the blue. I kind of like the red, though. I like keeping the case all red. But we might try this one in the blue just to mix it up, because we've done 3 of these now. Okay. So now we need white. And for white, we just need X and Y. X, Y, and there's X. All right, and now we put these back on. Our covers. These are the original ones. You might as well use the original ones if you have them. Okay, now we're going to get our game board. We're going to put it right here over top. And we got to connect that ribbon cable. This is always a hard part too, just getting that ribbon cable to go in its home without pulling too hard and breaking it. Or that went in good. That felt like it went in good, but it's not far enough. Damn. That's in all the way. Put the lid down. Flip us over here. That is up where it needs to be. Fantastic. Get the screen to sit in its home. There it goes. Everything seems to be sat where it needs to be, minus you. Come up here. Come here. Get out of there. There we go. And that plugs in right there. And it's just long enough. Boom. That's looking good. Now let's get this getting this black cable through the back here is always a pain in the butt. are you doing in there? Just flipping around? We're getting close, though. We're almost done with this one already. And then we can move on to doing a game gear. Might have to go get a hair tie to do that. We're going to do some soldering. I don't want all this hair in my face all the time. What do? We got it stuck down there? Yeah, we did. God. That's the worst, man. Where you stuck at under there, man? Really had to get stuck? God, that sucks. Well, and let's get these screws in while we're at it, because we shouldn't need to take this back off. Open it up, check it out. Looks good. Everything clicks good. Fantastic. Alright, let's go back to this fucking thing. Hate this. Hate having to do this part. It's the worst part. Wonder how they did this in the factory. Well, I'll tell you how they did this in the factory. They didn't. They cooked this up and put it under before they put the card reader on, or the game reader. That's how they did it. Come on. Just gotta fish it through all this circuitry under there. Come on. Last time I did these, I got lucky on both of them. This one, not so much. Man. So tedious, this part. Sometimes you get it right away, sometimes you're here for hours just trying to reach this damn cable through. It all depends. Let's try it upside down. See if that does us any better. I doubt it. Well, no, I know it's not going to. I've done that many a time. Can I see it through there yet? Oh, it's got to be so close. No, it's just hitting something and wrapping. Haha! There it is. Thank God. God, that always sucks. Okay, now we can plug this in. There it is. Now that's plugged in. Okay. So this is done. This is completely done. We just got to put the back on it. Well, no, we got to put the left and right bumper on it too. But for now, what we can do is we can take pieces out of this, start transitioning them over. So we will use these. There's that, and then we got this. How does this sit again? Like that? Always forget. Oh, it's like this. There it goes. Everything snaps in. Damn it. Why is my magnet so weak on my screwdriver? I need to remagnetize this. God, that's weak. All right, that's on. One last thing to do on this, and that is the one hardware bag all the way on the bottom. It's got our little piece of plastic or metal that is going to take our battery cover. We got to push him in. There he is. He's in there. Get him all the way. There we go. Now he's all the way. Okay, and then for the battery backer, we have to take the one off the old one. We have the old one right here. So make sure we do that. But for now, we can get rid of this now. Okay. So now we need our red. Do we want to do the blue ones on this since we're doing the blue buttons? Or do we want to do, let's do blue just cause, why not? Let's do blue just for like fun. This is left. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the worst part, is putting these bumpers back on. Whoever designed this, Jesus Christ, they just want to watch people suffer. I don't know how the factory workers did this in any sort of timely manner. because they always want to pop out. Always want to pop out. So that would have been, that needs to be this way. So put that one in. And then, oh wait. Nope. That needs to be this way. And we put that in like this. There it is. All right. And now we got to make sure our buttons are in the right places. So that's all the way towards the center, which is fine. We just got to make sure we put this in all the way towards the center. Okay. And then this is always all the way at the bottom. So we got to make sure we put this all the way at the bottom. And then this should just fall into place onto this. Like that. Like that. So let's put a few screws in. So get our extras here. I always put a long one in this slot because it's always not long enough. Like this one always needs a little extra torque on it to get that corner to honestly. Is this too big? Yeah, it's too big. Let's get the rest of the screws in while we're at it. Okay. Well, let's just get a few in here, and then we'll test it and make sure that nothing's fucked up. Just gotta get a few in here. There we go. Okay, now we got the battery. There it is. That works. Touchscreen. That works. Beautiful. Let's get the rest of the screws in it. Hopefully we can get this gap fixed. This gap always happens on these. I don't know if it's because the cases are just cheap or what it is, but right at the top, I always got to fight this gap that forms. Okay. Yeah, so the rest of these are regular screw head, and that is this one and this one. And then we do have one more tri-wing right here. Let's get a regular. Be right back. Be right back. I need to get my regular screwdriver. And I also should have a white box sitting around. I mean, this is a whole nother screwdriver set I recently got, so it should do just fine too. It's just... Let's see. It's coming out. Come on out of there. Well, I thought that was coming out. Maybe not. Man, that one's stripped out, man. Real bad. That really sucks. But we can get... That's in tight. That's the one I don't want to strip out too, because it literally holds that whole corner up into place. Well, let's get that... where's our... Let's get this one in. See if that helps us at all. Right here. Yeah. That looks awful. I hate it. Right at the end, of course. We gotta have something get fucked up. Can we grab on in there with anything else? Maybe a little tiny. That's grabbing. It's grabbing something. Let's see. What a soft screw that is. Like, unbelievably soft. Just tore out the corners, tightening it in. Tore them straight out. God, mean, I can get the drill press and drill it out, but yeah, it's in there, man. It's not fucking going anywhere. Is this our battery? Yeah. Looks good. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. Well, let's try this guy. Let's try this little tool king with. Which one's our try? That one? Is this our try? No, that's a regular screwdriver. This has got to be our try. Yeah. That's spinning. Is it? No, it's not. Well, we'll have to fix that later. I might have to like drill that screw out or something, because that one is just these shitty fucking Chinese screws they give you, man. I literally put it in and it just stripped out halfway down. So now we got this gap in the back, which I hate. I want to fix that. It's ridiculous. And all because this tiny little screw decided it was going to strip out halfway down the hole. It's not even all the way in. And it's just so cheap. It just strips out. But it works great. Turns on. New shell. Closes good. We just gotta get our sticker action going on here. Get our stickers on it. I don't know what the hell to do about that. Literally just putting it in. I just did 3 of these. I didn't put it in any harder than any of the other ones, and it just completely stripped out. Just cheap screws. Come up. Get this straight here. That's good enough. And then our red rubbers. cover our front screws. There we go. All right, what are we gonna do about this guy? I guess we're gonna take the battery back out and take the screws back out and see if we can just pull it off. Because I don't know if it's even making good contact considering we have such. This is our tries, so let's take our tries out. Which is that one, and this one. And then we will take our regular screws out, which are this one, and this one. And our third one isn't even making a good connection, so at least I don't think it is. I guess we're about to find out. Okay. Ah, we got one more try in this corner. Yeah, okay, good. Ooh. Okay. This will come off. At least it should. Come on. There it goes. Okay. Now we can get that stripped screw out of there. Yippee. Thank God. Ah, thank God. Put that back. Now we just gotta put the buttons back. Our volume button slider actually stayed in. There we go. And we're back in freaking business. Back in business. Maybe. Maybe we're back in business. Why are you sitting so high this time? I just need both screws, huh? Okay, you just need all your screws, that's why. Alright. We'll give you all your screws. We'll actually give you, wait for it, the longer tries. Don't throw that. That's not holding at all anymore, is it? These screws are like designed to go in one time. And then after that, strip out. Because it's just plastic. Like it's literally just screwing into plastic. It's not a threaded hole or anything. So they strip out so fast. It's comical. Ah, come on. Come out of there. You're not in anything. There. Of course, that popped the bumper out, so now we gotta take the whole back off. Come on. Gotta take the whole back off now. Because you popped out. There we go. Here we go. Those both look happy still, which is always something to think about. Okay, let's get the easy screws in first. By easy screws, I mean like this little one. That's the tri-wing. Like him. He's in tight. Now let's get the tri-wings in the corner. And in here. And in here. It's tight. That's tight. That's tight. Now let's get this problem child in this corner. That is what I'm freaking talking about. Is this side good too? That side does look good. And then finally, this guy right in the middle. Like that. Looks good. That looks good. Alright. So last thing we gotta do is put together our Game Boy holder.
like that. That goes in right there. There it is. And then we got to take our original gotta get this circlip off. Actually bend it. Let's try bend it back. Yo, what up? Yo, man. Actually bent the circlip. How the hell? In the past, I had thought that it didn't come with one, but it came with every other screw, so maybe it does, and I'm just tripping. Let's see if we can find it. That's the rubbers. That's got a piece in it. Probably would be in here on the one-off bag if it had it. I'm not seeing it. But what we can do, well, we don't need it. We just gotta, yeah, we don't need it. We just gotta put this on. And then screw that in, and it's fine. It's fine without it. It'll be fine. There it is. All right, now we gotta clean up our trash, and we got a few more stickers to do. One more, we're doing this reshell. This is the last one, and then we're gonna work on a Game Gear. I think that's what we'll do next. Yeah, the Game Gear. And we also have an original DMG Game Boy we gotta work on. I always forget which way these go. It's definitely that way. Like that. 1 and 2. Okay, and now we just gotta put the rubber on the front. And that is this corner. And this corner. Come on, get in there. There it is. Looks good. Let's try again. Call of Duty. Boots it. Alright. That's good. I don't know, what can I test the left and right bumper in? Because my left bumper feels really squishy and I want to make sure it's good. There's nothing in the home screen that tests. We play Call of Duty, I guess. After I finish this stuff for for HC Empire, which I have linked in the description now. How the hell do I turn? Oh. Look at that. I just want to make sure left and right bumper work. Obtain the Thompson machine gun. Where is it? Behind me. Pick up. Oh, I gotta hit the button. Yeah. Our left trigger's sticking. See, that's why I wanted to test it. Left trigger's sticking. So let's take this back apart. Yeah, we'll have to put these back in. That's okay. We get extras anyway if they lose their sticky. And this is our try, so the game out. And then that's our battery cover. Come on, battery cover. You're always a big pain for me. Come on. Come on, battery cover. There you go. And then the battery's got to come out. And then we got to take out some screws. This guy. And all the rest are tries. Yep, all the rest are tri-wings. We'll use the hand tool for this because we were stripping them earlier. I'm assuming our little plastic piece came off or something there. So we want to make sure that he's sitting there. Hey, you need that. I need to pick it up. You need that, bro. You get yourself that game, man. It's a good fucking game. Should have them all out. That one's definitely out. That's out. That's out. Yeah, it should pull off. Come on. Okay. So why are you sticking? Let's take it off here. Move that farther away. That feels good now. Let's get the other one set back up. That cord out of the way. Sit. Sit and stay. Stay. Alright, that's all the way down. This needs to be all the way to the left. That makes it the easiest. And we'll sit this back on. Then we'll start screwing stuff back in. Well, you got a stream to watch, I guess. You're stuck in here with me now, aren't you? Big boss. That's better. Oh no, it's this one. It's our left one that was sticking. Still doesn't click, but it doesn't seem stuck. I guess the only way to test if it's actually getting stuck or not is to play the game again. Why isn't it clicking though? Is the button broke? That could be the case. The button itself could be broke, because I bet you he didn't test the triggers. No, I did not. I did not buy that RV, bro. I was not about to buy that shit. Okay. Okay, so it's clicking now. I put that case on, and it wants to stick. Maybe I just need a bead of oil on that connector there. Probably put a bead of oil on it. What was that? Oh, that was our volume. I was like, I think all my parts are here. What fell? It's just volume. Cheap plastic here. Cheap plastic. Put a bead of oil on that. Hi Ace, how are you? I'm just doing some reshells on some DS's, and then I'm gonna do a Game Gear. What time is it? Almost 10. Maybe we'll get to the Game Gear. This took damn near 2 hours, which sucks. This was supposed to be a quick job, but you know how that goes. Keep running into problems before you know it. You've been working on it for what seems like frickin' ever. No, it's still not, it's still not good. It's still sticking. I don't know why. It's like the case is a little, which one are you still screwed in here? You are. You screwed in too? Yeah, this one likes, it just likes sticking. I don't know what is. I was trying to think it's the button's fault and not the case's fault. It is the button's fault. It is the button's fault. The button is sticking. I'm just going to put some sewing machine oil on it and see if I can free it up. This is probably not the advised way to do it, but oh well. It's what I got. It's what I got, gang. What are you going to do about it? Might help it, might hurt it. Oh well. Or you can try to see if just the springs wore out by using another spring. We have extra springs here, and we need it to be that way. Yes. And then put our post through. That's better. Just don't press it very hard. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a Mappy video. I recorded a lot of it. I want to finish getting all of the like the marquee parts and everything before I do that. So that's why I haven't posted anything yet. I've recorded like 90% of it. I just want to do a final, like, it's in the basement video, or like at the end I want it to be set up in the basement with everything. Yeah, that's stuck, man. That's just a really shitty button. Well, what I can do is I can take the motherboard or the button off of this white one, or off of another one from the graveyard, because we got these in the graveyard out the wazoo. And they're just little surface mount buttons. I don't know. It does click, it's just, it's not as good as I'd like it to be. Okay. I think we're just gonna call it good for now. Let's see if I can, well, before we put that in, let's put the battery back in. Put the game in it. Where'd the game go? Seven quadrillion 777. Playing COD on the DS. Let's freaking go. They do be shooting though. Alright, that button's clicking. It is clicking. Alright, that's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. My perfectionist self doesn't like that it doesn't click all the way, but it is good. It's good enough. So we can put these rubbers back in. That one needs to go in more. Get rid of that. Nasty looking. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, there it is. I'll have to clean the grease off that I got on there, but nails, nails. All right, I gotta find where my little screwdriver, my little black, my little buddy go. We could just put a white one in there, I guess, but not the one that's supposed to be in there. Yeah, he different. He different. Oh, is this him? That's him. That's him. It's definitely him. There you go. Okay, he's done. Ta-da! Yippee yahoo! Yippee yahoo! Ah, don't forget the Game Boy cover in there. Look at that. Yippee! Alright, where I put that? Alright, now I'm gonna switch cam over here. And you guys are gonna stare at that for a while I do pickup cleanup. Nails! Actually, we can just throw everything in here because this is all junk. All that is junk. Dump it in. All that is trash. God, doing these shells makes an ungodly amount of trash. So much trash. Okay, there. I think we got all the trash. They feel like China plastic. I mean, it doesn't feel awful, but I don't know. I am always saying that I would rather have the Orig, though. I would always have the Orig. Are all of these those? No, the rest are regular Phillips heads. Force and C, Force and C. I guess I'll change you back to this cam. I'm taking these screws out. One's there. Gotta take the rest of these out. Did he leave batteries in it? No. This actually might be a job for the full-size screwdriver. No way is that a job for a full-size screwdriver. But definitely a bigger, like a 1. What about this guy? I gotta charge this, it's dying on me. Yeah, it's like completely dead now. Man, these are in there. Okay, that is the back released. Now let's take our screws and our back plates, and we're gonna go over here. We're gonna put them up in the top of this so we don't lose them. And we're gonna, oh, I gotta turn this bench on. 1 second. Bench is on. Turn the light on. Push the rest of these screws out. Screw, screw, screw. So in total, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I do. And then we're going to disconnect our power here. Oh, wrong way. I'm trying to pull the wrong way out. And we're going to disconnect our soundboard. And then we're going to disconnect our speaker. And that will completely free that part of the case. Let me switch cams. Elder Scrolls Redguard, no. Elder Scrolls Adventures Redguard? Is that an older game or a new game? Alright. Now we're going to get on doing these caps. Interesting board revision here. We don't have caps up here near that. We do have a few surface ones. So we really don't have to do that much on here. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 caps. A 10, a 10. I usually replace the 10s with the closest I can get, which is... No, I think I have 10s. I don't have one of them. I forget, one of them's a really weird value. I definitely have 10s. I don't have 22s, right? Is that what it is? No, I have 22s. I don't know. I know in a lot of these there's one that I don't have. Oh, look at this one. It definitely leaked all over the board. Let me see if I can get it in sight for you. Look at that brown under there. That one leaked on the board. But we're going to replace them all. Oh, I turned the wrong thing on. Turn our solder iron on. Get that heating up. Then hopefully we can get this. Oh, there is a few over here we got to do too. A couple hundreds. So we got our solder, we got our iron, we got our flux, we got our massive solder sucker that I get shit for. So we'll start up here and we'll work our way down. Start with this 22 here. You got to break that glue on the top first. Da, 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 da. There it goes. And that is a 22. Oh, we're running low on 22s, I think. This is actually a 22, or is it from a different... Yeah, it is. Oh. That's a 22 at 50. Or 22 at 35. I don't know if I have a 22 at 35. I have a 22 at 25. I have a few 22s at 25. Or 22 at 16, 22 at 16, 22 at 16. And I got 10s at 50. I might have to do a... Is that really what that says? That's crazy. 22 at 35 volt, yeah. I don't even have that in service mount. I have 25 volt in service mount, not 35 volt. Yeah, that's the weird one. This has got to be the weird one. I could put a 47 at 50 on there. That's not too much different, and that'd probably be fine, to be completely honest with you. Or a 10 at 50, and that's kind of low. I'd rather go up before I go down. What did that one get in there? Yeah, 47 at 50. I'd probably put a 47 at 50 on here before I would go down. Let's clean that pad up anyways. Yeah, they're always so grimy. Yeah, I'll probably just stick a 45 in there. It used to be a 22. That should not be too end of the world-ish. It should be fine with that. I've done bigger changes than that on these, and they don't seem to mind too much. As long as the voltage is good. What do you guys think? Replacing what was a 22 at 35 volts with a 47 at 25 volts? That's not going to be the end of the world, is it? I've done it a few times, so I don't know if I've done one this different, but it's really usually not a crazy deal. On there good? That's on there good. Alright, now we got a 10 at 50. Right here. Probably should have taken this one off before I put the other one on. Let's just take it back off. It takes 2 seconds. Get up under here. There we go. That's better. These pads always have an insane amount of just grossness. Like this pad is absolutely black from. I need like a brush and some alcohol. There's our alcohol. Get a brush. Because these things just get so. Wow, that was a lot. These things just get so messed up. And then let's get some flux on there to flow some of that solder. And get some new solder on there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we tin that pad. Fantastic. Alright, we'll put this one. Actually, that one was 10 at 50. We got 10s at 50 right here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. 10s at 50 I got a lot of, because you need a lot of those to do these consoles. And the 10 at 50 is left. Here we go. Let's put our 45 back on. There it is. There it is. Okay. And we got our next 10 at 50. Put a little flux on them. Oh, what am I doing? I forgot. I gotta break the glue on the top. Snap. Glue's broke. Now it should come off. Yep, comes right off. This one looks okay. No crazy corrosion on this one. Alright, let's get another 10 at 50 here. Cut its legs real short. Bend. And it's positive on the right. So let's bend those legs appropriately. Damn it. Come back out of there. That solder doesn't want to flow very well. Let's get a little flux on there. There we go. Both those legs are secure. Ah, here's the other one that's usually weird. 33. That's 16 at 47. This is 33. We got one left. Ah, we got one left. Thank God. We only need one on this board, right? Yep, we only need that one on this board. So let's do him. Hello everybody, welcome in. We're doing a Game Gear, or attempting to do a Game Gear. That one was probably good. That one looks good. Positive on the inside here. Heat it up. Heat it up. Get some flux or some solder on those legs, boy. There it is. Okay, keep working here. Next one, next one. Just going down the assembly line. We got a 47 here, right next to a 1. And they are real close, so we gotta break that glue. And then Melt that solder. It comes right up. And that is the 47 at 6.3. So we'll get a 47 here. That's a 10. Oh, that's 4.7. 47, please. 47. What are you? You 47? Yeah, 47 at 10. That's good enough for what we're doing there. Cut its legs. Bend them down and out. And then positive is on the left side. It is marked on the circuit board on these, but you also can just look at the old cap because they are directional. So it's easy to tell which way it went in based on the saw. There we go. Now let's do this guy. This is he is 1 at 50. 1 at 50, which we have in our kit, thankfully. And if anyone's ever done these before, you will learn that you cannot skimp on doing every single one, because if you do, it won't work. I've tried that. I've tried to just repair the one, or do the ones that look really bad. That never works in your favor. It will always just not work. You've got to do them all. You literally have to do them all. Alright, well, we need to get at that 10 at 50, so let's take him back off real quick. Take him back off real fast, and let's get it. Mr. 10 at 50 here, and this is the guy who blew up all over the board, I can tell. Hopefully he didn't damage the board anymore. There it went. Yeah, he definitely blew up. Board is nasty under that one. Let's see if we can clean that up. There we go. You can see the pads now. Put that one back on. There we go. There we go. Now, that one we took off, that was a 10 at 50. And the 10 at 50 is negatives on the left, so it's positives on the right. 'Cause they're all the same, right? All the 10s at 50. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Oh, these legs are actually spread out really far on this one. Actually, I'm taking this one back off again. Just such in the way. Boom. There we go. Connect, connect. It's on there good. All right, we got another 22 here. Another 22. This one's at 6.3. Let's crack his top off. And then he'll come right off. And then while we're in here, we should do this 47 because he is going to be in the way. Okay. So 22 and then 47. So 22. And 22 is negative on the left. Might have to bend him over a little bit to make it work so we can fit them both in there. There's that leg. There's that leg. And then above that was 47, so let's get a 47. And that's 47 at 6.3, right? Yeah, so it's 47 at 10 would do just fine. Cut his legs off. Bend him up so we can get down in here. There we go. Man, it's tight. It's tight in there. Bring that up. There we go. That's on there. And that's connected. Now we can bend him back down. Resolder his leg on because it's wanting to come off. That's good. Alright, now we just got a few more over here. 2 100s and a 22. And these ones are easy to get to, thankfully. Not so bad. Alright. There's our 100. Oh, I didn't crack his glue. That's why he's not coming. There. I think I just cracked the case on the glue. Come on. Come off there. Damn glue. There it goes. Let go. Ah! Almost got me. And that guy was a 22. Should say right here on the case. Yep, 22. And that's at 6.2. So we're actually running out of 22s. So glad this is the last one needed for this. And he is positive on the left, as all the other ones are. Okay. Yeah, that's a good connection there. Thought we cut that leg a little too short for a second. But that's good. Yeah, that's a good connection. Alright, and the other one was 100. Is that our first 100? It is. That's left. Do we have another 100? We'll have to go up to 25. 100 to 25s. We'll do both 100 to 25s. How about that? Keep it consistent here. There we go. Now we gotta see, yep, still left positive. I just want to make sure we don't mess that up. Last thing we want is to put the wrong leg on. Alright, one more. We already broke the glue on him. There it goes. That's another 100. That's what this is. Then those legs down, spread them apart a bit. Cut the leg. This is hard because I don't want to touch that. Need to add solder to those pads. Okay. There we go. It's on there. Okay, that should be all of them. We didn't replace the surface mount ones. We might still have to if we have more issues or if the issues seem to not be fixed. But all of our pads seem to be touching good. Negative on the left on every single one. Okay. All right. So now we take that bottom back, connect it back up. Now let's see what it does. See if it turns on. See if it explodes. See if it, I don't know.
Probably, oh yeah, I can see guts leaking out of these caps on the soundboard. I bet you we don't have sound. Probably have to recap the soundboard because you have to recap everything on these pieces of junk. Literally everything. Now I got to get a shit ton of batteries. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I see some battery leakage on the power board 2, capacitor leakage on the power board 2. So it turns on now, which is farther than we were, because before it wouldn't do anything. But it just instantly turns off after that. Instantly turns off after that. Let me show you guys. Well, let me get a game. I don't think that's going to change anything about our symptom, but we might as well check here. You literally have to replace, here we go, I got a game. Every capacitor on every part of this console. Yeah, it just turns right off. So, it also might not like the fact that we replaced a 22 with a 47, but Oh, well. Who's counting anyway? So I'll show you what it does. Turns on and instantly turns off. So let me get these batteries back out. And then we'll check our work here. We'll also do the power board over here, because that's usually got something going on with it, and the soundboard will probably need done too, because that one's literally caved in. This one's leaking out the side. Like, how could they find such cheap caps to use on these consoles? It's unreal how cheap they are. Unfreaking real. Yeah, Ace, Magic Smoke Time, man. We're there. We're currently at Magic Smoke Time. Oh, let's see. I wonder if we get good voltage when we turn on. Let's see here. That is the Tri-Wing. Let's get one. Yeah, like this little surface mount one, I can literally see its guts poured out on the board here. And we got to take this off. There we go. Yeah, that tiny little 10 right there, he's poured his guts out. 10 at 16. All over the damn place. Not cool, bro. Not cool at all. Let's see, we need some flux on that boy. Need some flux on him. Yeah. Yeah. There he came. That's 10 at 16. And I probably won't replace him with another surface mount because I don't want to. I'll just give him a nice 10 at 50 cap. Shit. And that says positive is on the inside. So we'll make sure to make that the same. And then we will check voltages coming out of this board. That's the front. Here's our back. That should be the right way around, considering I see the positive symbol on there. Let's put a screw back in. Probably still gonna have to take it back out, but we'll put both of them in just because it's only got two. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see if it's any better or worse or something. I don't know. Let's see if it does something different. Or the same. It might still be mad that we have a 47 microfarad in a 22 slot. That might piss it off a little bit, but who knows? I sure don't. Angry, my brother from another mother. How's it hanging? We are trying to fix our friend here a Sega Game Gear. We have one of these batteries in backwards or something. What's going on here? Pull that back out. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. So we should be getting voltages there. Let me look up what that pinout's supposed to be. So Sega Game Gear power pinout. That's right, brother. I've already got all these damn caps out. We're gonna see if we see all of our voltages we're supposed to see. Which is, let's switch back to this cam. Get our multimeter out. Let's see if we're seeing it. Might have to go back in the stream. I don't know if this one cap I put in, might have put that cap in backwards, but I'm going off of what it says on the board, so it should be good. Awesome, Angry. I'll join in there if I can, if I'm chilling. So I should see. So this is on, so it should be on right now. And here so these two on the bottom, near the bottom, are 5 volt, and these two are ground. So if I touch here and here, I should see 5 volt, and I see jack all. Well, okay, what about this way? All right, I saw it there. That don't look good though. I saw 5 volt, and then it went down. Five volt, and then it creeps all the way down. It doesn't stay at 5 volt. So I guess I can replace the rest of these caps on this power board because there's still something going on. I might have another power board I can throw in here. No, I just have the shell in here. Man. So we're gonna have to fix this one. So I guess we'll keep replacing caps on it. We'll replace the other 2 caps. Yeah, that's a lot of bouncing, right? It sits at 5 and then it goes all the way back down. So something's not right here. I might have this cap in backwards, but I really don't think so because the positive symbol is near the top. I think it's the right way around. So there's 3 more caps on here I can replace and see if that does it. So we'll take a battery out here. And we'll take this board back out. We'll go back over to the other cam. Back over to the other cam. And we'll take these screws back out. And come on, buddy. One out of there. There we go. So I guess we'll keep replacing caps until this fucker works, because we've already replaced every cap on the logic board. And now let's do these guys. This is when it'd be nice to have my helping hands, which is around here somewhere. There it came out. And this is a 820 at 6.3. Let's see if he tests good at 820, because I definitely don't have an 820 cap. So if he tests good, we're going to be happy, and we're going to put him right back where he came from. So, because he doesn't look bulging or nothing. $950. That's close enough. That might not actually be close enough for spec, but for my really shitty meter, that's probably pretty good. It probably means it's okay. So I'm going to suck these holes out so we can get that cap back in. Get some of that on there. That's one. There we go, there's two. And the board tells you easily which side's positive and negative, so you don't have to worry about fucking it up. And we'll push it back in. There it goes. Okay. And we'll check the next one. Ah. There it goes. And this is a 25 at 100 microfarad. 25 volt at 100. We have those. We'll just replace him. Right here, 25 at 100. We'll suck that hole out, which was where? Right here. Right? Right there, yeah. Alright. Cool. Then we can put this guy in, which is positive this way. And then lastly, this is a 22 at 35 volt. Which I don't know if we have replacement for that. We're just gonna have to get, because we don't have any 22s at 50, do we? Nope. We don't. We have 10s at 50. And we have 45. It's gonna have to be a 47 at 50 again, instead of a 22. What do you think, Angry? We already did this once. So this board takes two 22 microfarads at 50 volts. Weakened caps will cause voltage spikes and drops, and the Game Gear solid 20, more like 30 years. I bought one back in 1994. The magnifier is cool. This one actually had the TV tuner, which is pretty cool too. So there's one cap on the motherboard and one cap on the power supply board that are supposed to be 22 microfarads at 50 volts. I don't have any 22s at 50 volts. I have 22s at 25 volts. Obviously, I don't want to use those. But what I can use is a 47 microfarad at 50 volts. And I know that that's a higher value, but it's the best I got. And I wonder if that is okay. I think it will be fine. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? I just took the good one out, didn't I? Nope, that's the right one. That's the right one. That's the right one. Should be fine. Good, good. I'm glad you agree. I'm glad you agree. That needs some flux. It's not really pulling good. Okay. I know I have replaced them like this before with just like a value that's a little different, and they seem to be fine in the past, so. Alright, there's that. So we'll throw that back in. That's all the caps are placed on it, literally every single freaking one. So should be this way. There it goes. Down. Okay, that's in. Now let's get the batteries back in and see if it does anything different now. So we'll this one. So let's see here. Still not good. It goes to 5 and then instantly starts dropping in voltage. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, it just starts biting the dust pretty much right away. You can buy these. They're not really that expensive. Let me Google that. Let me see what that could be. Diodes can fail, okay. I mean, these aren't fresh batteries, but... Dude, I don't know. I don't know if that IC is okay or not. I have no idea. I've heard that cause issues too, but... I have no idea. How do I even test that? I wouldn't know. Here, I can test these diodes real quick. Well, I can test them in circuit, I guess. That might not be a good test, but I might have replacements for them. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I can get continuity both ways on those diodes. I don't know which way I'm not supposed to get continuity, but I definitely get continuity both way. I don't have another power board, unfortunately. I should have kept some because I did a bunch of these at one time. We can swap those diodes. I mean, assuming I can swap them with something basic like some 24, 29, 28s or something. Or just like 1N. Yeah. What are these guys? I got 1648s. Diodes are bad, huh? Diodes for Sega Game Gear. So what can I use? Console 5 sells a kit for this, but they're surface mount diodes, which are these little guys on here. Well, let's take this back out. I have tons of random diodes, so Angry, maybe you can tell me, use 1648s? Okay. I got 1648s right here. So we'll use these. Let's see if that does anything for us. Gotta take that battery out or it won't come out. Pull it on out. Dump our screws and stuff. Alright, 2 diodes. Let's get flux on them. And then we're just gonna suck them out. No, man, we did that one so good it just fell out. There we go. Come on now. Now I'm thinking that these aren't even diodes. They're not marked on this. One's marked JV and one's marked K on the solder mask. There is a diode right next to it that's marked D2. And they also don't show a direction on the board at all. Maybe we can find a picture online that's, because these can't be diodes. They don't have directions on them. Right? Let's see how they test with. Are these diodes? If they're diodes, they're the weirdest looking diode I've ever seen. They're just black. They're just black, and they got no. Maybe these are just inductors. Let's see. Stop it. Yeah, they're definitely just shorts both ways. So maybe these aren't even diodes. So I replaced every capacitor but the 800 one. You think I should just replace it? I mean, I don't have a 800 cap. I can put 1,000 cap in there. Well, no, actually, no, it's not going to fit. I can put a 680 cap in there. I just don't have a 800. Well, I can look through my other bin. I might have one hiding in there. Let me see. Let me put these parts back in. I don't know what these parts are I took out, but and if this doesn't work, I'm probably going to tell the game store they just got to buy me a new power board, because you can buy these power boards on Handheld Legend like really cheap. So the only cap we didn't replace is this big Bertha one, because this is 820. So it's an 820. Well, I know the general rule that you can use higher voltages, but I usually want to keep the capacitance around the same value. Let's see if I have an 820 in here. I know I can go up in voltage. That's just rated for how high it can go. So this box does have, no, it only has 4700s, and then it jumps up to 1000. So I'm either putting 1000 in it, and 1000's probably fine. This is 1000. What are you? It's 47. Here's 1000. Let's see if we can squeeze that in there. Right. And I don't, that's the problem I have here, is I don't have an 820 microfarad cap. The closest I have is 680 or 1000. I don't have 820. That's a really strange value. I guess I'll put 1000 in it and see what it does, I guess. This one is taller though, which might be an issue. It might not fit in the case with this in there. That's really all I can do at this point. See if this does anything. If this doesn't do anything, then we're probably just going to say this power board's toast and he needs to get us a new power board. So let's see. Because I'm not going to sit here. If it's the IC on there, then, because I've looked at videos before when I've worked on these, and it can be that IC has gone bad and isn't regulating the voltage as it should. Where did my damn magnetizer go this time? So all these fucking bolts aren't wanting to go where they need to go. I did see one problem. I think we got one of these in backwards before we turn it on and blow something up. Yeah, that one's in backwards. You are in backwards, my friend. We're just gonna throw him away. We're gonna get another one. Or maybe not. I don't. That might have been our last one. 125. Yeah. Putting that one in backwards, we're really trying to do the Magic's Most test here today. Tell you what. We are trying to see the magic smoke. Did that just fall out? Damn it. It did. I didn't wait for it to cure on the other side before I touched the other one off. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's see. Is that happy now? Yes. 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 Okay. That all looks happy now. Put that back in. Just set it in there. Let's get these batteries back in and see if what the voltage is. Backward smoke. I got bit by a... Angry. That's no fun, bro. That went up and it did it again. It just went back down. Yep, it goes up and then slowly goes down. Slowly goes down. Yeah. So I've replaced all the caps and it still does it. It starts at a voltage and then slowly goes down to 0. I would have too. Ah! Just lost our button there. I mean, everything else on this thing looks fine. It could just be that that chip is failing. If that chip's failed, then What are you gonna do about it? You know? What are you gonna do about it? Man, they just use such cheap shit on this. Cheap shit on these boards. I'm experimenting 1 second. One second, little experimentation here. Wondering if that is just marked weird and confusing me and it's actually the right way around. Let's find out real quick. Nope, and it slowly goes to 0. All the way down. Starts at 5 and goes down. Alright, yeah, so this, I'm going to have to get a new power supply board. I've tried all the basic things I can do. Yeah, it shouldn't just tank on voltage, I agree. And I think that chip's gone. Yeah, but I'll just have him order a new one of those boards. Unfortunately, I think that's just it. I don't think there's anything else I can try here. I replaced all the caps. I mean, I can check diodes, but there's surface mount diodes. I don't have replacement surface mount diodes. The rest of the console seems fine, though. We definitely got to do these if we get it working, because the sound's definitely not going to work. I see all of the caps on that soundboard have leaked everywhere. So I do have one more thing to do tonight. It's a Game Boy DMG that currently does nothing when you turn it on, so we can check that out real fast. That sucks on the Game Gear, though. That does suck. So this guy just does nothing when you turn him on. Absolutely nothing. I have so many parts for these DMGs. It's kind of ridiculous, so might just swap it if swap parts if that's all it is a power board issue. So that's 4 of them. 2 left, 1. Come on out. I see signs of corrosion on there. Signs of corrosion on here too. Yeah, someone left a battery in there, that's for sure. Let's see if this board's alright. Let me get another bottom board, because I got bottom boards over here that are just sitting around. Or backboards, what do you want to call them? Here's one. Let's see if this front, let's see if this works. If it just turns on with this one, I'll just take this out of the case and put it in that one. I need another battery. One more battery, please. One more. Into here. And it is off. And plug it in. See if it does anything. Yep. It came on. Where's our contrast again? Over here. There's our screen. Oh, and of course, it's got bad corners. And we had sound, and now we don't. Speaker's just hissing at me loudly. Yeah, is this even worth fixing? Because I can't fix this screen. I mean, I've seen people and they go in there and they run a solder iron across the bottom and try to get all those lines to line back up, but like, is that really worth it? Do I want to do that? What do you think? What do you think, gamers? Let me get another back. I have a lot of backs in here. Let's get another good one. Yeah. I do have one of these. It's got a nice IPS screen. I did one of these, but I scratched the screen when I did it, so it's kind of screwed. I hate that that happened, but you know, what are you gonna do? It happened. That was a time in my life when I was just buying these for that. Like this one's got the same problem. Where's the contrast? Yeah, see, it's got lines. So, yeah, this one's got pretty bad battery corrosion. It's probably just not getting a good connection in there. I bet you if I put all these batteries into that other one, I just don't see voltage on the board because the corrosion's not letting it flow. Not letting it flow through on those two connections. Yeah, there's no voltage there. And there definitely should be. No voltage there. And it's probably because that one's corroded real bad. Could just reflow it and see if that fixes it, but it needs a vinegar bath. Let's see if that's any better now. Nope, no voltage. Well, we do have this one and that one. We got this one's case, but it's got lines in the screen. I don't know, are people buying these with lines in the screen? Like, I don't know. Do people care that much about lines in the screen? I mean, these things are so old, they're gonna have the lines. At this point, I feel like everyone who has one of these should just have one of the mods. Let's see, we got voltage on this guy, this biatch. Yep, that's good voltage there. And it's off. Not turn on though. Yeah, I figured people aren't buying them. I don't know, but it's assumed that all of them are going to have lines at this point. Like, what the hell, man? It's going to have fucking lines. I feel like that's just a given at this point. That does not want to sit down on there. Why not? Where did our batteries go? There they go. And this one. Yeah, I would too. I would too. Okay, well, that's going to be it. I'm probably just going to leave that there. I'm going to tell them I have some IPS swap candidates. I have this one that's been IPS swapped already. Maybe I get him a better back so he matches, because his back is yellowed. Does this guy's speaker not work too? Wait, did they not make a speaker noise if the game isn't working? I thought they still... Ba-ding! Oh, come on, open. There we go. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's not gonna get past that because these are fucking cheap Chinese fakes that only work in certain consoles, and the original DMG is not one of them. I got this racing game. I don't think it works though. Yeah, it always just shows a fucked up screen. Out. We can see if any of these look good real quick. And then we'll just call it a night after this attempt. How do I... Like we can just... We can try to reflow this one real quick, because we got it out of the case. Okay, well, let's see here. I touched the solder iron a bit. Look at that. That's a good screen. We got that one to come back. So that wasn't too bad, actually. Yeah, that one line keeps trying to come back on me. Stay away, line. Stay away. Alright, that's a good screen. So this is a good one. Let's see about this one. Okay, he's just got a bar in him. Let's see if we can get that bar out. That one just looks like he's got a bad joint right here. No, still bad. This one's got like a whole section that looks bad. Oh, I saw it flash one of them. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That one's got like a whole bunch missing. But we did get one. So what we can do, let's put him back in there, make sure he's still good. Yeah. Did he get that one bar back? It's a little darker, but that's okay. He's got one line on the left side that's just a little dark. Keeps coming back to haunt me. Let's see if we can get him. Come on. Come on. That's better. So this is a good console. These two are good consoles. This one's just got a bad screen. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll do more Game Boys tomorrow. We'll see how many we can get done. Working and looking good. I got so many Game Boys laying around. You don't understand. I used to buy the crap out of these on Goodwill and put IPSs in them and stuff there. That's when I literally was putting like backlights in them. I was literally putting backlights in them with these cheap AliExpress kits. With like you had like the LCD panel and the backlight panel, and you had to put them together. And Oh god, it was awful. This one works too. It's just got lines as well. And it's missing its front cover. Which I may or may not have more front covers. I don't know. So we'll do a bunch of DMGs tomorrow, maybe. How about that? Bunch of DMGs. I do have this mod here, but I'm pretty sure there was a reason I didn't do this one. I think this one had a line in the screen or something wacky. Oh yeah, that's supposed to go on this side. I put that in backwards. Ass backwards. So how's that supposed to go in? That sits like this. Yeah. And that sits like that, and that comes around. These are, I bought these IPS kits so long ago, like more than 5 years ago, and I did a bunch of them, and the other ones just sat in my closet for like ever. Until I started boxing all my console stuff in specific boxes, and I found them. I was like, I remember when I did these. Wonder what I could do with these. I remember this was one of the first ones I did, and I don't know how I fucked it up, but I think I fucked it up. We have all the batteries in? Yeah, we do. Was this one of the ones that wasn't working? Or did we just royally fuck this up? And that's why we're not seeing jack shit, not even an LED. Is this not our good one? This was our bad one, right? Yeah, because of the corrosion there on the corner. And if we put this one back on, it's going up. Oh, I'm putting that in backwards, that's why. That's why. Right? What is going on here? Because that should be facing up. It can go either way. Can this one go either way? Maybe. Mabes. Put that in there. And then that goes facing up. Right in here. Man, that is a hard thing to do. It
Just finesse this cable in here. There we go. Watch it, still not gonna do shit. Nope. We get no light. Huh. But that was working with this one, isn't it? Am I tripping? Is this not the one that I worked on? Oh no, it's not. Well, that's why it's not fucking working. I swear this was it. It's the one we just did. And it worked. There it goes. Okay. It just had a bad battery connection. Alright, let's try this one more time with this fancy ass screen. Fancy ass screen. Yeah, see? Screen is all goobered up. All goobered. The LED doesn't come on. The screen is all goobered. Yeah. It's got a line in it. All goobered up. So this one needs to just go in the trash. I don't know why I keep it. Well, at least the screen. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see how it's got a line in it? I don't know how I caused it to get a line in it when I was putting it together, but I somehow did. I managed to make it have a line. I was tightening it down into the case, and then all of a sudden, line in the screen. Don't know what I did. But it sure as fuck has a line in it. Try one more time to fix this line. I just unplugged everything and plugged it back in. I just would love to use this beautiful IPS screen in a console, but I don't think anyone's going to buy an IPS screen with a fucking line in it. Actually, I know. Why would anyone buy that? I know no one's going to buy that. Yeah, that one's toast. We won't fuck with it anymore. Yeah, probably broken solder joint. Yeah, I don't know. I could go around and mess with solder joints. You know, this is weird. The screen comes on, but the LED's not coming on the board. So something's not happy on this board.
Definitely not happy. Let's see if we take the screen off. If it changes anything, if the LED comes on now. And show that it's powered. No, it doesn't. I don't get the LED. Oh, wait. That's not in all the way. That would do it. That would do it. We're bending the shit out of that. Fucking hate ribbon cables. Ah! Stop doing that. Just sit how you should sit. Stop bending up. That's all the way in. This would be this way. Put this in all the way. That's in all the way. Let's see if the light comes on now. It does. Like, I guess it'd be a broken solder joint on this chip. This chip does the screen stuff, right? Because this big board doesn't really do a whole lot. It just kind of hangs out. Yeah, see? Line in the LCD. How sad. How sad is that? Everything else about it is beautiful and works great, which is the really sad part. I just torqued it down too hard when I was putting the case back together, and that one line appeared. Just that one line. Could be a ribbon cable thing. Anywho's, I've been down here mucking around long enough tonight. So, we're going to call it a night. But, thank you all for watching. Had a good time messing with some consoles. We might not have gotten too much working. I mean, the Game Gear still doesn't work. And we have a working DMG. We just got to put it in a case now, which is good. And before most of you joined, I did do, let me go get it. I did one more DS. I'll show you. We did do that today. It's all Yank's fault for joining. That's right. This is our DS. We did do this. It works great. It does kind of have a sticky left thumb, but other than that, it's great. Yeah, so we really just need to put this screen in this case, and then that is a fully working Game Boy. We have another Game Boy with a IPS screen that's scratched that I'll probably just give to the game store and they can sell to somebody who doesn't want to pay that much money for one. And then this one just needed the lines fixed in the screen, so we might take that one apart tomorrow and do the lines in the screen. And then we can take a bunch of handhelds over and see how that goes. So, cool. We got at least one thing done. We also have some consoles that the game store gave us when we went there today. We have a PS1 that he says turns on and then turns back off right away. So we have to do that. And we also have, Yank, you'll think this is cool. This is cool. I've never had one of these. Never had one of these. Well, of this variety. It is the bottom loader Sega CD. And he says that this spins but never reads the disc. Does not read discs. So, I don't know why it's not reading a disc. But it does turn on. It just will not read the disc. Yeah. So we'll get into that too, but we need to do these handhelds first, so we'll do these handhelds. Cool? Cool, gang? Yeah. Well, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. And we'll see you all next time, hopefully with some new consoles to fix. So, have a good night, everybody. Later! Have a good night, Yank. Thank you for hanging out. Of course, I will join yours if I'm around when you go live. Last time, Russ gave me a heads up, thankfully on Discord, but it was too late. You were already done streaming, but I did watch it. It was very good. So I'll try to catch you live next time. Yank.